All right, so I'm almost positive that Carson Beck and Hannah Kavanagh are broken up because some dumb shit this dude did on Snapchat.
You Snapchatting Latinas and you got a famous TikTok girlfriend and you look like that. I mean, you on top of the world right now. I mean, I don't know. Carson Miami Beck, man, he is having an awful 2 months. He recently transferred, of course, from the University of Georgia over to Miami for a nice bag. People were saying around $4 million, and then of course the whole scenario about his cars getting stolen and one being returned and not the other. And now there's speculations of him breaking up with his lady, but not just breaking up, him being on Snapchat talking to the lady. It's nastiness. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna take this as a time to take a look at a little bit of spring Miami practice too. But mostly talk about this Carson Beck situation because it's nasty. You got his girlfriend's twin sister sending out cryptic messages. I think Carson Beck is regretting transferring to Miami already, man. So if you enjoy college football content coverage, transfer portal, NIL stuff, this is transfer portal, NIL, and a little bit of messiness too. So if you like it, subscribe, hit that bell icon, because we'll be locked in. So I don't want to delay or dilly-dally anymore. This gentleman, I think, spells out the scenario quite well for us. Talk to us,
All right,
man.
so I'm almost positive that Carson Beck and Hannah Kavanagh are broken up because some dumb shit this dude did on Snapchat. Which, oh shocker, Carson Beck got in trouble for saying some stupid shit on Snapchat again. The first sign that pointed to them breaking up was looking at Hannah's Instagram, and there's absolutely nothing posted with him. Like, everything of him is erased. After just this weekend, they were posting with Carson Beck when they were on a little boyfriend-girlfriend trip in Nashville. Here's another post where Carson Beck's right there. And peep this when it was posted, by the way, 3 days ago. That would be Sunday. We got this DM saying that Carson Beck added this one girl on Snapchat on Sunday, looking at 9:34 p.m. So just after they were posting all this shit on Sunday in Nashville together. And as soon as he adds that one girl on Snapchat, he sends her this. While him and Hannah are like very much together on a trip together. Girl asks like, oh, like, don't you have a girlfriend? Did y'all break up? He goes, literally this past weekend, LOL. Boldface ass lie. And then here's another Snapchat that he sent her saying things just not working out. He could see it coming. This looks like a really brand new hat, right? Real new, real nice. The same exact one he was wearing on that trip in Nashville. So I'm gonna be so real. Like, this dude 1000% sent this while he was on a trip and he had a little away time. Hannah doesn't even follow this dude anymore, so you already know they broke up. And like I said from this really trusty source, it was because he said some dumb fucking shit on Snapchat. Just delete the fucking app, Carson. It's not that hard.
Well, there you go. So if you don't know, and I'll add a little more context, there's a lot of speculation that Carson, his transfer was partially influenced by his girlfriend. And first off, I want to say I don't blame him. I never blame him because, I mean, I know what it's like to have a lady, right? You know what I'm saying? It's nice to be in a little closer distance. And if I don't, if I'm correct, he also is a Florida guy. So it is something that, it's a return to home a lot for him too. Return to home, return to your lady. But to return home, return to your lady, and then have that nasty stuff go on is crazy. And again, this is all alleged, but we know Carson Beck, or Timmy, as you know, some of my Matt Be Great watchers or kind of know him as. We know him to be a Snapchat demon. I think it's an SEC quarterback thing, to be honest. Didn't Quinn Ewers get caught up with the limp wrist? I don't know. But no, I think it's a lot of nastiness. It's a lot of nastiness, and I think the key core issue here, for him, I should say, is that all these things are happening back to back to back. Like, the homie hasn't even got to play any football. Can I show you? He's in like a whole little, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not allowed to throw. He's got to take mental reps because of his arm. Like, and now he's got no, you know what I'm saying? Well, I guess maybe he has got some, you know what I'm saying? That boy is a Snapchat demon. And let's see what the Cavender twin, the other one, because I don't know which one's which, has to say about the situation.
I just want to say one thing, because I can't be too crazy unfiltered on here. If your sister comes to you, or your friend, or someone that's really important in your life, and they have a gut feeling about a relationship or a friendship, for example, and they just tell you that on a repeated basis, trust your dang sister. Trust her. She's always right. I promise you. Or your mom. They're always right. So, anyways, happy Thursday. Smile. It's not my story to tell, but
Yeah, this is some.
I know there's a lot of speculation,
okay.
and I see someone in my life that's hurting, and I don't think it's okay to not be able to have to always keep your mouth shut. So, a little bit of unfiltered Haley on here, and yeah, I'm trying to be as nice as
possible. So this is the most woman thing to do. How you How crazy is that? How your girl, your sister just got cheated on. You're like, and you use this as a time to be like, I told you so. You should have listened to me. Like what? What? That is that's a woman thing, man. Hey, love you women. They're phenomenal creatures, but wow. So this is a pivotal moment in Carson Beck's career, apparently, as a Miami Hurricane. Does he just go for her twin sister, which is something someone from Georgia would do, or does he fully embrace his new culture and upgrade to a Latina? Make the right decision, Carson. Well, I have to. This is a Knowles fan trying to go crazy over here on the Canes thing, but I gotta be honest with you, man. I don't think that's gonna be an issue for him. He is a Florida guy, but let's talk about the road that got us here, because it's been a peculiar one. Obviously right now Jackson Dart is still throwing in a sling. Let's take a peek here. All mental reps. And DJ Lagway is actually doing something similar too, so it's not a big deal. But it's good to see him actually get some football in. So as more spring clips come out, we'll have more. But he is currently not throwing. He's looking good. He's looking spry. He ain't got no brace or anything on, so I think that's always a good thing. And the fact that he has the pads on, he's moving around, that's a good thing as well. I think they're just trying to preserve it as much as they can. Oh, and he's got a little, got a little handshake with the people too. That's always a good sign. Apparently he's acclimating great. But let's walk you through the full road. Again, people were coming at Carson Beck for even deciding to enter the draft. He said he was going to enter the draft, and then some months later down the line, he says, nah, I'm out. I'm about to go join my lady. I'm going to join my lady. We're going to make TikToks. And Hannah Cavender, remember, she came out and said, hey, she had no involvement. Honestly, I was not involved at all. It was honestly what was best decision for him. That's what they're saying. But then again, they're here booed up. And look, there's nothing wrong with moving to be next to your lady, man. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So let's talk about it. He gets there. It's great. Everything is peaches and cream. I mean, you're out there with Miami. You Snapchatting Latinas, and you got a famous TikTok girlfriend, and you look like that. I mean, you on top of the world right now. I mean, I don't know. There's nobody better than you. Look, remember, this NIL deal at $4 million is more than Anthony Richardson. And Anthony Richardson just got tombstone pile drive by Pat McAfee for a full week, and he's getting less money than you, Carson. So think about that. Just because you got your car stolen. Oh, wait. We're jumping ahead here. Let's stay focused. So remember the denial there. We don't really care about that. Carson Beck reportedly believes he made the best financial decision of his career by foregoing the NFL draft and transferring to Miami. Beck reportedly believes he has the capabilities to follow the Cam Ward track and boost his stock from a day 3 pick all the way up to top 10 picks for the 2026 NFL draft. 2 seasons ago, before transferring to Miami, Cam Ward was projected as a 4th or 5th round pick and was scheduled to sign a $4.5 million contract. Now, Cam Ward is awaited for a top 3 pick and is slated to make $35 million. Woo! That's a lot of money. And then we go down the list. He gets his stuff stolen. He gets all this money. I mean, even Travis Hunter was trying to call him out, and saying that where's his, because there was a report that Carson Beck made $10 million over the last year in NIL, and Travis Hunter's like, I ain't make that, I ain't seen that. And then we get to more of the bad for Carson, as his Lamborghini Urus gets stolen, and Cavender's SUV was stolen too, but it was returned down the block. I don't know, maybe she was backdooring him. I don't know. I have no idea. Some people say that Kirby Smart. Someone said Kirby Smart, speak of the devil, someone said Kirby Smart went and took that Lamborghini Urus, he snatched it from him, from the NIL deal, and he took it right back to Athens to give to another quarterback. Now let's talk about it, because I don't think this is Hannah Cavender's fault that, what's his name? Timmy. I don't think it's not her fault that he's in Miami, right? The real reason is NIL deals, and Kirby Smart has been adamant, and he's had a lot to say about NIL deals, but this is what this video is about. I'm sorry about it. Y'all know me. I love talking about NIL, so I snuck some drama so I could talk about the NIL. No, but in all seriousness, like this is all because of NIL deals. He admitted it. Hey, I made the best financial decision. I don't want to go to the league. I want to, get another year at Miami. Do a quick one and doneer. Go down to Miami, smooth, Latinas, all that. I want to have a great time. And what happens? Kirby Smart comes down there and snatches your Urus up. Now, Kirby Smart has come in news lines for the past months. You know how these old SEC folks are about. Anyone that's from the ilk of Nick Saban is going to have some choice words about NIL. So Kirby Smart is one of the thriftiest NIL spenders in college football. Georgia got some guys for a steal. Kirby really leaned into some old school stuff and getting guys to come at a discount. So he is somebody at the top of the game in the world of college football who still is kind of fighting against NIL. So here's what he had to say recently at spring, or I guess leading up to spring practice.
With this team, and there's so much newness, what do you hope to learn about them this spring?
Yeah, I want to see the fire. I want to see the passion, the energy. I want to see who wants to be a good football player, who really cares about this game. Like, they care more about the game than they do about their NIL revenue stream. Like, if you really, really, really care about the game and you want to be good, it doesn't matter about any kind of money. It matters how I play the game. And more, we're seeing across college football, the purest, the ones that care about the game the most, play the hardest. And usually the team that plays hardest wins. I know everybody thinks it's just whoever's more talented, but there's a whole lot to how hard you play and how much you care about it. So my goal is to find out, how hard do you want to play? How much do you really want to be great? Because if you do, it'll show by how you practice.
Time for one more question.
Interesting. So it seems that not only does Kirby Smart kind of, I wouldn't say even against it, because that boy uses the NIL money, but almost putting up a roadblock in almost a spotlight to future players and maybe some ex-players. Maybe Carson Beck was too focused on NIL. Maybe that's a dig at him. But here's Kirby, speaking again on NIL deals.
I think it's a mistake to assume that all players lead with that, or that's the primary objective. I think that would be an insult to high school football players and really insult to all people being recruited, because I don't get to the finish line of official visits where that's the primary objective. If it is, we're probably not getting to that point. We're probably not going to be in the conversation if that's the primary objective. Is that one of the key decision makers? Yes. Should it be? Yes. I'm happy that these kids get an opportunity to improve their situation or make money and give back to their families, or in some cases their communities. So that doesn't bother me at all. I have no problem navigating that. I've gotten less attached. It said, you know what, it's better for that young man because of a financial difference between us and another school. I respect that decision and opinion they have to make. I have to worry about the players that we do get, okay? And I worry about the ones that we do sign, that they're the right kind of kids and they're coming for the right reason. That includes money, but it's not just money.
So like I said, it's a bit of a I don't know. I'm not gonna say have your cake and eat it too, but I think he has a good perspective on it, right? But I think all of that kind of echoes the sentiments of where we stand with Carson Beck, right? And how we got to this situation of, when there is money to chase, the money will be chased. And I think there's a conversation about, what ultimately is the end goal? Does this help or hurt, right? And when I mean help or hurt, or is a quarterback staying for 6 years and playing for how many more years, does that help him getting extra experience? Or should we have a bit of finality, a bit of, move to the next side. Let's get you into these NFL locker rooms and learn how to be an NFL player, learn how to be a pro, operate around pros. I think it's an interesting balancing act to think about, right? But at the end of the day, Carson Beck's gonna have to figure out the way he can. And hey, having a $4.5 million NIL deal, I think helps things out. I don't think it helps things out having that shoulder issue. So I really hope things are good. I know it definitely doesn't help with all this drama that's popping up and percolating and seem to just kind of be circulating around him, but what he's got cooking on. But I'm hoping he's not regretting transferring to Miami, but I wouldn't be mad if he was. You know what I mean? You come in, you transfer from Georgia, you see the Latinas, right? They're everywhere, but you still got your lady. Then you get backdoored by her, or Kirby Smart comes in with a black ski mask and takes your years back to Athens. Right, and then all that just for you to get exposed for Snapchatting the huz with a wonderful lady at home. A famous TikTok lady at that. look, man, he's a young man. I hope he figures it out. He's got plenty of money to do what he does the way he does it, how he does it. But man, it's not been a great month for old Carson Beck. I hope things looking up for it. But hey, man, if anything else pops up crazy about this, we'll be keeping up with the transfers. And everything else. Is there any type of transfer portal update you want to see? Your team's transfer portals, XYZ. I got a lot of ideas. Trying to get through this, offseason any way we can. So let me know if there's any content you want to see. Like the video if you're liking it. Dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football content, coverage, news, updates, NIL, transfer portal, all of that fun stuff. And we'll see you next time, all right? Peace.